Hello, it's your boy Rahim. In this video, I'm going to share how to invest in properties with no money. How you can start your property investment journey without really having money. Because I've been asked so many times, how do people start real estate investing without any of their money? Because before I start my property investment journey, I thought I needed ridiculous amount of money. I thought I need minimum of £50,000 to be able to invest in properties, only to find out that really the money is not an issue here. It's about basically knowing what you need and then provide that opportunity to different sort of people. Again, this video is purely just to help you understand how you can start property business or how you can start your property journey without worrying about money, without using your own money, or even if you don't have any money, you can start property investment. Okay, and again, I've been sharing so many videos recently. If any of these videos are making sense to you, don't forget to hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. And again, if you've got family, friends who are interested in investing, vitally important, especially if you want to get them on board, to share this video with them. And also, this also helped me with my algorithm to push my videos out there to people who may be interested in investing in properties so that they can learn themselves. Okay, so let's get to what we're here for today. How to invest in properties with no money. The number one thing you need to do basically is what we call marketing. Marketing, very, very important. I'm not talking about marketing a product or services. I'm talking about marketing yourself. Basically, tell everybody what you're doing. Tell everybody that you know you're in the property game so that they know what you're doing, okay? Because if you don't tell anybody, if you make it a secret, the opportunities will not come to you. So tell people. When I started, I had my property stuff as a secret, okay? Never told anybody about it. It's my little private secret. So if I know what I knew now, I would have never ever make it a secret. I would have told everybody about it. But guess what? When I told people about it, and then obviously I start attracting investment, I start attracting people experience, and obviously I start attracting mentors, coaches, and so many people. So tell everybody about what you're doing. Okay, talk about properties wherever you have a minute or so. Tell people about the property market. Tell them how exciting it is. Talk to them for free. If they can invite you to do talks for like a family gathering, family parties, anybody invited wanted to talk about property, talk about property. Talk about it. It's completely free, because that's what you're doing. Basically, you're marketing yourself. People will start seeing you as a professional. Okay. And again, social media, I can't emphasize enough how important social media is when it comes to investing. I know lots of us go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, to look at people's statuses, what they're posting and all that sort of thing, or watching funny videos in TikTok. I know we can use it in a different way now. So how about if we can translate that energy, instead of watching people do so many stuff on Instagram, Facebook, in LinkedIn, or whatever social media platform that you're using, how about if you can be that person that people are watching their stories, right? So be that person that everybody wants to watch their story. It may be boring for properties, but trust me, people will be keeping an eye on you, posting social media about properties, property update, property news, property events you've been to, property seminars you've been to, property coaches you've met and talked about, lessons or educations you've had with properties. Post this in a regular basis. Okay, once you post this in a regular basis, people will start to notify you. People will start to notice you, because they will know that, okay, this person is getting into property, so he's kind of becoming an expert. So again, this way helps. And then also attend events, property events, wherever they are. If you can afford it, you go out there, get yourself out there, get people know you, get to know people, right? Attend property seminars, very important. If you have to pay for them, attend it, learn about property, interact, network with those people, like-minded individuals. This would help you a lot more, and there's some potential also for you to collaborate with those people. Okay, very important, because once you're there, they know you're learning the same thing, you've got the same sort of skills, and you may have something in common. And when you collaborate, it also helps you a lot more. Go and view as many properties as possible. Okay, view properties, even if you don't intend to buy them, just view them. Get used to viewing properties. Okay, because once you start viewing properties, it boosts your confidence, it boosts your abilities to negotiate. It also teaches you what to look for when you're viewing properties. Okay, and again, when you market yourself, you get opportunities basically for people to invest with you. right? They would invest with you. If they see you on social media, they will approach. They may be family and friends, by the way. They'll say, "Listen, I see you talking about properties." Then they can bring an opportunity to you. Hopefully, that opportunity would allow you to be able to get that deal without putting off your money down. Because some of them may have that money, they just want someone to actually look after the deal, and then that way you'll be able to also generate cash flow and obviously collaborate with those people to make that money. The second thing you need to think about also, how you can buy property with no money, is literally, as I said, viewing properties. So once you view properties, there are so many people out there, some people out there, you may be able to secure those deals using vendor finance. So before we get going, let's define vendor finance, right? What is vendor finance? Vendor financing is a financial term that describes the lending of money by a vendor to a customer who uses that money to purchase that specific vendor's product or services. Basically, you would meet a landlord or a homeowner is looking to sell their property. They may be able to lend you money to buy their property. I know it doesn't make sense to you if you don't know about it, but there's so many ways you can buy properties that way. Recently, we've been able to help one of our investors close a pub that way. This pub, obviously, we all know COVID issues. There are so many lockdowns, and this pub owner just want to get rid of the pub. So what we did, basically, we're able to structure a vendor finance for the owner. Basically, we find an investor who wanted to buy, who hasn't got enough money to buy the property, who haven't got money to buy the property. The vendor, the pub owner had cash reserve in that actual pub company. So what we use, basically, we use that money. The vendor pulled some of that money out, and then obviously lend the buyer, and then the buyer was able to buy that pub from them. And again, these are the sort of ways these are the creative ways you could buy properties without putting any of your own money. If this is confusing, if you're interested to know more about this sort of strategy, comment on the link below. I will do a video that explains exactly what it is and how you could structure it to allow you to be able to buy properties using vendor finance. A fantastic creative way to be able to buy properties without putting any of your own money down. And again, that's another way you could get into properties with no money. The third thing to consider basically is joint venture partnership. Okay, before we get going, let me define what joint venture partnership is. A joint venture is a partnership that two components or two people form to gain a mutual benefit by sharing cost, risk, and reward. Basically, what this means, basically, you can partner with someone to buy a property. Again, you need to do your due diligence before you partner with anybody else to buy properties, because these people will become like a partner to you. You need to do your due diligence. You need to get to know them, spend time with them, have a proper solid agreement before you go into partnership with them. And again, what is required? Suppose you have time and you don't have money, you can get someone who's got money but don't have time. These people could be doctors, pharmacists, lawyers, accountants. They're very busy people. They don't really have time to look after property or view properties or renovate these properties. You can come in as an experienced person who's got time, who would do all the legwork, all the hard work, and then they would invest the money. So once they put the money in, then you become partners. Again, that means you haven't put any of your investment in, because obviously they're bringing in investment. You are doing the legwork with your experience and the time you have. And I've seen so many people who's been able to forge a good relationship that way. And I've got some of my students who I encourage to partner between themselves. We have few of them who partner between themselves, and then obviously they're doing absolutely amazing that way, because I've got some of them who are doctors, pharmacists, and lawyers, as well as accountants who don't really have time. So I partner them with someone who's got experience and time, who hasn't got money. So obviously they put the money in, and then it becomes a win-win resolution. Again, that's another way you could easily get into property without no money. Again, the other way you could get into property with no money is approach motivated sellers. Okay, look for people who are struggling to sell their properties. People that have had their property for so long they could not sell it because maybe there's something wrong with the property, or they just cannot sell that property because the money they may be asking is way too much. So you could structure a purchase lease options, for example, a creative strategy where you can take control of a property, agree to buy that property sometime in the future. You only need to put £1, I can tell you now, £1 to secure and control that property, and then you can buy that property in the future after you've rented it and after the property price has gone up. Or you could literally look for a struggling landlord who could not rent their property. You take that property from them. Obviously, on a rent basis, you can then find tenant, get the property tenanted, and then obviously pay your landlord. Again, that could be another way to really start your property investment journey. For me, when I start my property investment journey, the first person I worked with was my landlord. I never knew what joint venture partnership was when I started. Looking back now, I realized he was my first joint venture partner. So what we did was basically I told him about rent-to-rent strategy. He was happy to joint venture with me. So he put on the money. I put all the time and effort to get the property ready. Actually, he even put time and effort as well because he loved property. He was shocked when he knew about that strategy. So again, if you're renting your property, speak to your landlord. Okay, if you're living with your landlord, another bonus for you. Like talk to them, get to learn from them as well. It's a benefit thing. It's a very good thing to do. If you live with them, approach them, talk to them, ask them about their property journey. They've got lots of things to share about, and obviously present an opportunity to them. Like what I did to my landlord, I spoke to him. Listen, I've got this strategy. It's an amazing strategy. I've heard about it. I would really want to joint venture. I would like to work with you then, because I didn't know what joint venture was. He said, listen, if you can go and get that deal, bring it to me. I'm happy to put the money in. So I went out there, looked for deal. It took me 6 months, but I ended up getting that deal. Came round to him, said, listen, this is the deal. What do you think? He liked it. He was shocked. Invested the money, helped me set the property up without any of my own money. So again, these are the sort of ways you need to literally use to get you to start real estate investing with no money. And then the final most important part of the gesture is basically is to set time aside for your property business. Okay, property business is a very lucrative long-term game. Okay, so if you want to be very successful in properties, you have to invest that time. You have to invest the time to educate yourself, to network with people, to surround yourself with successful people, to learn about the property market, to find your gold mine. And obviously, if you're spending 40 hours working for someone else, spend another 50 or 70 hours investing that time in yourself. I got so many people saying, I'm so busy at work, I've got no time to do things. Like, I would be like, okay, that's fine. How many hours do you work? They said 40 hours. What time do you start work? Some of them tell I start at work at 7 and I finish at 8. I said, what do you do from when you hit your home at 8 o'clock to 6 in the morning? I asked them that question. They turned around and said, well, I'm tired. I need to have dinner. And then after dinner, I'm tired. I watch TV. I watch Netflix. I watch Amazon Prime. I was thinking, listen, that is a wasted time, basically. So if you know you haven't got enough time, you work 7 to 7, for example. When you hit home, have your dinner, an hour or 30 minutes, however long you want to have it. Have it. As soon as you finish, don't binge eat the food, obviously. Like eat a stable, healthy food so it keeps your energy up. Guess what? Take your laptop or do your property thing. Invest about 5-10 hours in yourself. If it costs you to stay up until 12, go for it. Use that time, because what happens once you get used to staying up until 12, your body get used to it, and then you can invest that time in you to look for property investment, or obviously network with people. Now COVID makes things so amazing. You can network with people on your computer, the comfy of your own desk. Okay, instead of watching Netflix, Amazon Prime, you can use your laptop, network with like-minded individuals who would take your property investment journey to the next level. And it could be people who can be your joint venture partners who would invest the money, and then obviously you can then put the time in. So again, set that time aside. If you're working for 40 hours, make sure you invest in yourself the minimum of 50 hours a week, because that what gets you to the next level. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, or this tutorial has been helpful, don't forget to share it with friends and family. And then if you like the video, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more of these amazing tutorials. I really look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you for listening.